Hey, what is up, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about Ouranos, a new project that just started on the Fantom network. Now, what is this and how can you actually make money from this? Let's have a look. So this is the front page. As soon as you guys can go on to their website, which I will have linked in the description down below. It says you arrive in the front of the temple. You wait a while, but nothing happens. Maybe Ouranos is waiting for something, so we'll pray. So as soon as we click play, it's evident that we came into the actual page, and here we can see exactly all the statistics. We can look at the APY, which is 153,000 percentage, which is absolutely ridiculous, which is why it's very, very important to get into these projects early. Now, as you guys can see, I have already deposited a certain amount of house tokens, and as such, we're going to have a look at it ourselves, and we're going to see exactly how our tokens have been doing and what I personally think should be done with this project. So right off the bat, let's have a look at the prices of this token. This token launched today, and it's visible that it more or less it has been kind of following this little pattern, and it's been getting more and more stable. Now, what does that essentially mean? That's essentially a green light for investors such as you and I, who are maybe smaller investors that are looking into getting into projects that are reliable and sustainable. So now, why do I say this is sustainable? Let's have a look at their documentations. We can see right at the beginning that they said the first document is titled Gaia's Blessing. And here it says, welcome, mortal. Congratulations for making it this far. I am Gaia, the ancient deity who gave birth to the Olympus gods. I, the Earth Mother of Ouranos, will guide you through Ouranos protocol features. Now, what is Ouranos? It is right off the bat a fork of Titano. Now, many of you know Titano project, and what we're going to essentially do is compare the two and see whether or not this is a worthy investment. So more or less, the documentations are pretty similar. The site works in a similar fashion where you get a rebase every 30 minutes, which means you get 48 rebases per day. Now, what that essentially allows people to do is, first of all, like a lot of you may know that the normal epoch system is once every 8 hours. However, the Titano Fork essentially and Ouranos, now it's visible, have implemented the system where rebases happen every 30 minutes. Now that allows the tokens to compound much quicker than once every 8 hours, right? Comprehensively, if your money is compounding every 30 minutes, you're compounding a lot more within a day in comparison to 3 times a day once every 8 hours. Now, in regards to the actual project, we can see that it has kind of an elaboration of what APY is, what is a rebase token, how it works. And obviously, as we can see, guys, here that we share the same code as Titano. And here's the audit. Make sure you guys go over the audit, have a look at it, compare the two codings to see if there are any differentiations. And that way you will be more or less understanding about where your investment is going. Now, guys, once again, I always say this in all my videos, and I'm going to say it in this as well, that this is a very small project. It just started today. These are the riskiest projects in DeFi. So make sure you do your research before you invest, and make sure you bear in mind that just because a certain person has invested in it doesn't mean that you should as well. You guys should always do your own research because this is not financial advice. Now, coming back into the project and actually going over the project to see whether it's a good investment or not. So why did I invest in it, or why do I personally think that this project is a good project? Because first of all, it has implemented the Titano system, which we can see has been holding well. It's visible in Titano. What they have is they have a 13% tax on buy and an 18% tax on sale, which is then redistributed amongst holders and of course goes to the treasury. So let's have a look at what's been happening with Titano, because that's essentially, this project is a fork of Titano, so we must be looking and seeing what's been happening with Titano. So the first thing, when we write Titano here on Deck Screener, we can see that Titano has been up for 2 months and 9 days. So if we have a look here and we go on the daily right here, 1 second, we can kind of see that since November 18th, it's been here. And overall, the trend has been kind of going upwards, even though it has been providing that massive APY that we all love and care about. Honestly, as degens, we love huge APYs. So now, guys, if you think about it, Ouranos, we're literally at this stage right here. We're literally on the first day of the project. And that's why it's so crucial for you guys to get into these projects early to make sure that your money does have this upscale, right? Once your money does go through that 2x or that 3x, you're able to pull out your initial money and then let it ride on house tokens. Let the project do its thing where it's able to essentially keep growing your money over a longer period of time. Remember, guys, the magic of compounding interest doesn't happen over the span of a week or even a month. It's once you hit that 3 month, 4 month, 5 month, that's when compounding interest really steps in and kicks in, because the capital that it keeps compounding just grows larger and larger and larger. And that's why these projects are popping off right now. It's because of the compounding interest mixed with the fact that there's such a sell tax linked to every sell that happens, which allows these projects to make sure that there isn't just a pump and dump, right? Or there isn't a swing trade that happens, right? It's very difficult for swing traders to be swing trading these projects because of the 13% buy tax and the 18% sell tax. As a swing trader myself, and as a trader in general, a 30% tax is very detrimental on your overall profit, right? 30% is a lot of money. And that's what encourages people that are buying Ouranos token to essentially hold the token for a longer period of time, guys. So me personally, I think this price right here is a price that will no longer be seen in the near future. I do think we're going to have these pump ups happening. Now, guys, bear in mind that this project did launch at a very, very bearish time where we see the crypto market suffering in general for the last week. The last few days, especially since Thursday, we saw the crypto market absolutely tank. And even then, we can see that today, we don't see it just having a pump and a dump. It's essentially holding out here before it collects more liquidity, in my opinion. And then we see a nice little pump up to higher all-time highs. Now, what does that essentially mean for you as an investor? And what should you actually do? What is the takeaway from this video? The takeaway from this video, first of all, is to make sure you guys look into the project yourself and do your own research as to whether or not you think it's safe. The second takeaway is understand that being early in any project is the key to gaining the most profits, essentially. The third thing you guys want to check is whether the community is active or not. And I'm going to check that right now with you guys. And the fourth thing you guys want to check is comparing this to its actual fork. Now, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Goose forks and all these other forks that have been in the play of DeFi for about a year now. And those forks were essentially pump and dumps. They didn't implement the taxation system. They didn't implement anti-inflation systems. These projects, however, do have those anti-inflation systems in place, which is why they have those burns that go on. They have these systems in place, such as the tax that I keep mentioning every time, that keep the price of their house token reasonable or pumping, as we saw with Titano just now. If we think about it today, so this is day one of our token, and we see day one of Titano, and it's a fork of Titano. It should be a very good comprehension. This is at right here. It went from here all the way up to here. That's a 8,000% gain. Now let's say you didn't get in at the exact bottom. Let's say you got in here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 days into the project, right? You got in here. Even if you held until, let's say you didn't sell the top, let's say even if you sold here, that's nearly 1,000%. That's 880% gain, almost 1,000%. That's a 10x, guys. If you get 10x of your money, and that is also compounding every 30 minutes, that 10x will all of a sudden be giving you so much returns on a day-to-day basis. And that's the whole aim of passive income. The aim of passive income is to be able to take out your initial in the near future and then ride on house money and have a daily earning. At the back of your mind, you'll have a satisfaction that, oh, I am making $100 every day or $200 every day. Once you have that mental satisfaction, everything you do in life just becomes so much better. So anyways, regardless, I'm going to come back to the point in hand and talk about social media. I'm going to be talking exactly about how active their community is. So we can see here that this is their Discord, guys. Make sure you guys join this Discord. It's right here. You come and click this Discord link right here, and it'll tell you exactly how to join and continue on Discord. So we're obviously we already joined the app or joined the Discord channel. That's why it's a little bit different. But here we can see that decrees are the announcements. Now, I cannot express this enough, but mods, admins, devs being vigilant and being present in a project is what makes projects grow big. So if we have a look at it, we can see that just today, right? Like we start here today from 1:54 a.m., which is exactly, as we can see the time right here, 10 hours ago. In the last 10 hours, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have 13 times where they made an announcement. If that does not show an active community, if that doesn't show active mods and admins in the actual project, then this is something very important, guys, right? So make sure you guys do have a look. Make sure you guys have a look at these projects. It's visible that they had a little bit of a hiccup where there was an issue in regards to fixing the glitch on the website. They're safe and sound in your wallet. Everything should be back to normal. They fixed it right away, right? Guys, have a look at this. Currently in talk with CoinGecko. Once this gets listed, you guys, everybody already knows what happens when it gets listed on CoinGecko, on CMC, on CoinMarketCap. What happens? These projects tend to gain a lot of attraction. And especially as soon as it gets listed on CoinGecko, it's visible that this token has already gone up almost 100% in the last 24 hours. Is definitely going to get onto the hot tokens of the day, which once again will just create more attraction to the project and allow this project to grow insanely. That is my personal belief. Once again, guys, this is not financial advice, so make sure you do your own research. But yeah, that's going to be it for today's video, you guys. Make sure you go ahead, go check out Ouranos. If you guys are interested, make sure you invest safely, always invest money in DeFi, in crypto, and DeFi specifically, money that you're willing to lose. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching, guys. Stay safe. Peace.